Hello, and welcome to the Network Maps and Statistics step of the Healthy Schools Toolkit project. This video will walk you through how to use the responses you've collected from the network survey to create a map of your network and save out your results. As with all the other Healthy Schools Toolkit applications, this page will time out if you don't click on something for more than 15 minutes. The kinds of files we're going to work with today are the SNA coordinator list file that we created back in the roster cleanup step, as well as the survey responses. So if we want to take a look at these, we can open up our coordinator list in Excel if you have Excel installed on your machine. And remember that this is just a list of all the names, IDs, and their roles. And the application will use these to remember who is in this network and draw the circles. Taking a look at the survey responses, each individual file is a response from an individual person. And if we take a look at one of those responses, we have their responses from the survey for both the contact and dependability questions. So note that I have all of my responses all in one folder. That'll help with upload, make that really easy. And again, we ask that you don't change the names on any of these files, please. We need those as they are so that the application works smoothly. So let's go ahead and open up or upload my coordinator list. And it'll show up there. Okay. And then pick up our survey responses. Easiest way to do that is to click on the first file, scroll down, and then hit the shift key, click on the last one, and that selects all of them. And all right, so once we get our map, it's all ready. Great. So the first thing we see is our contact map. Again, we have a single circle for a single person, and the lines indicate a contact relationship between them. This defaults to at least the monthly level, but we can back it up to at least the yearly level. So there's a lot of communication going on here. At least quarterly, a little less, at least monthly, at least weekly, at least daily. So as the communication level gets more intense, there's less of it, which is what we'd expect. So what this means is, say Eugene Robinson said that he worked with Kathy Wright, or he talked to Kathy Wright at least daily. If you have a double-headed arrow, do we have any of these? Oh yeah, so Rose Collins and Tom Johnson said that they both said they talk to each other daily. So we can also select the sizing options here. We can start off equally. We can also choose the number of nominations each person received. So Charles Reed, a lot of people said that they talk to him daily. So he's the biggest circle here. And we also have the option to label the circles by their name, their ID number, or have it completely unlabeled. And if you want to share your networks publicly, unlabeled is maybe the best way to go with that. So in terms of kind of making the network look good, the algorithm does an okay job of making sure that these circles don't really sit right on top of each other, but they can be tuned up a little bit just to kind of make it so the names are a little easier to see. Make sure you don't have something like that where you're obscuring lines. And so try to get things kind of spaced out a little bit. Oh yeah, that was sitting right there. Space things out so that lines aren't overlapping and we can see the names reasonably well. It can take a little bit of work. All right. Also, if we want to highlight a particular person, if you click on their circle, then all the links that point to them or that point out will also be highlighted. So once we have a map the way that we like it, looks nice and pretty, it's really easy to save out. If you're on a PC, you just right click, If you're on a Mac, it's control click, and then we get this menu and we just save the image. And so I have a folder of just network maps and statistics. This app, a lot of the times, will automatically name things for you. This particular thing does not. So I should name it something that's going to reflect my selections here. So this is the contacts network, daily. It's sized. Actually, let's say nominations. And it's named. So I'm going to put it right there. And we can also save out the color legend. And if I open up a folder, that will look exactly how it looked in the application. And so I had Charles highlighted there. If I don't want him, I just click off that node and resave it. So so I can plug those into Word documents and things like that. All right, so that is the contact network. We can also do the dependable network. So this asked the level of dependability of information that folks got from each other. So this defaults to at least moderately. We can select at least a little, at least moderately, or very. And again, the same sizing options, we can do equally or number of nominations, and also the same label options with names, ID numbers, or none. And we can also download our network statistics. So this is automatically named the dependable network for the very high level. And so we can go ahead and save that. That'll be in the same folder. If I want my statistics for at least moderately, I got to select that and download again. And so we see that we have separate Excel files for those levels because the numbers are going to be a little different for those. Okay, so that's how you use this particular application. Now that you have everything downloaded, tune into the next video for tips on how to interpret your maps and statistics. Thank you very much.